Hello, welcome to PC Jack. Today, we're going to be taking a look at something a little different on the channel. With the advent of wireless earbuds seeing mass adoption, besides the popular choice of Apple AirPods, you may be looking for more higher end options, which is why it's no surprise that Sennheiser already have their own options with the Momentum True Wireless 2. As of the time of filming, you can get these for around £186, and while they're one of the more higher end options available on the market, there's a couple of things that you need to know before you buy them, and also a couple of tips and tricks to help you get the most out of them. Before we get into the nitty gritty though, let's take a look at what I actually like about these earbuds. Now, considering their compact size, I'm really impressed with the actual sound quality that these earbuds can actually output, and this is due to the 7mm drivers which are capable of delivering clear lows to highs. Even more surprising is the quality of the bass right out of the box, and this is something that can actually be amended and improved even more, which I'll get to later in the video. But while sound quality is obviously important, one of my other factors when looking at earbuds is going to be comfort, and due to the more intrusive design of these types of earbuds, it's actually not too uncomfortable, to be fair, and I also get included silicone inserts to adapt to the size of your ear. Out of the box they were a little tight fitting, but like I said, once you swap out those silicone inserts for the ones that suit you more, then you can really get a nice comfortable fit out of them. Besides that, the initial setup is pretty straightforward, and all you need to do in order to actually pair the headphones with your phone is to hold the sides of the earbuds like this for 3 seconds, and then eventually it will go into pairing mode and then should be detected by your device. Now, it's not necessary in order to use the headphones, but I would highly recommend downloading Sennheiser's Smart Control app. The first reason being is that it provides you with EQ controls in order to get better quality out of your headphones. However, there is this weird visual equalizer which I'm not really a fan of, but you can actually use a more traditional EQ and you can dial in some decent settings to suit your preference for how you want them to sound. Altogether, this allows you to adjust the bass, mids and highs to your exact preference. The other reason I would advise downloading this app is in order to actually update the firmware for these earbuds. Now, when you start this update, it will say it'll take about an hour or so to actually complete, so I would just either set them aside for a few minutes while you let the update do its thing, and ensure not to put them back into the charging case, or it does say you can actually continue to use the headphones while the update is taking place. But depending if you're streaming music, it obviously will add extra time onto the download time. Now finally, one of the other aspects that you should look for in these kinds of earbuds is decent battery life. And while Sennheiser advertises a 7-hour battery life, which can actually be extended up to 28 hours with the charging case, my initial use from using these for a whole day was down to around 60%, which is really impressive. So with this in mind, as well as the charging case as a backup, I don't really think you'd have any problems with battery loss. I haven't quite got used to these controls quite yet, but the actual controls you can use, like tapping the left earbud once to pause or play, or even tapping 3 times on the right earbud to activate noise cancellation. I feel if I were to sit down and go through every one of these controls and practice them, it wouldn't actually take that long at all, and it would make them even more convenient to use anyway. Overall, I'm really pleased with how these earbuds actually sound and how they perform. But obviously, I had to try and see how they work when paired with a PC, and this is where things got a little bit more complicated. Initially, attempting to pair with Windows wouldn't actually allow me to use these as a sound output option, but I managed to resolve this and found that I had to pair both LE Momentum TW2 and Momentum TW2, which then allowed me to use them for my audio output and view battery life within Windows. Now, the biggest problem I had when using these within Windows was that the audio quality was absolutely horrible. The bass on these seemed to have died out, and all I was left with was really tinny highs, which did not sound good whatsoever, as well as an unnecessary amount of reverb. But there is a fix for this. All I had to do was head to my sound options and control panel, manage audio devices, and then select the earbuds and head over to enhancements and ensure headphone virtualization is unticked, as this will create a lot of unnecessary reverb. And finally, ensure bass boost and loudness equalization are enabled, which should greatly improve the audio quality you can get within Windows. After doing these, the audio quality was a million times better and more closely resembled the performance I was getting with a mobile device. Now, unlike when I was using my phone, there is a slightly perceivable audio-visual delay when watching things like YouTube or gaming. Other users have suggested using AAC in YouTube's developer tools, or even using the VLC options for manual delay, which should help with this. Sadly, I haven't found a fix quite yet for gaming, but I just thought it would be worth addressing. Now, even with these fixes you can use for PC, I still wouldn't recommend using them on a desktop. At the end of the day, it's always going to be better to use an actual dedicated headset for your PC, and it will provide you with a better audio output with its larger design. But where these earbuds excel in is their level of sound quality and a portable form factor. If I was going on walks and listening to music, or even on my lunch break and I was just sat down watching YouTube videos at work, the ease of use, performance and practicality of these earbuds will easily outmatch any generic wired options. So that's it for today's video. I realise showing off audio devices like this doesn't quite translate over video, but the main purpose of today's video was just to get across some of my impressions and also pass on any tips and tricks that I've discovered. But let me know what you think of these earbuds down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, then please feel free to like and subscribe for more videos on the way soon. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.